It's recording. Yeah, it's recording now. All right, so where we left off, you guys, you encountered an ambush. You went with some mysterious figures. To be totally fair, you never got a look at who they were. They were dressed in thick robes that continue to cover their faces with cowls. And when you hit them, they disintegrated into stone and/or fell into dust almost immediately. And then a few of you realized that there might be some issues with stabbing and chopping weapons going into the creatures. Then, do you remember what you guys found in the cart and the campfire?
We found
Where's the
bodies.
cart? Yeah. One
Fair few bodies.
What kind
I
of
don't
bodies?
remember anything.
What kind of bodies?
weren't they Solanic Knights?
There you go. They were Knights of Salamnia.
Yep.
Yes, and there was one tied to a stake. That was, well, I just told you. That was in the campfire. That was their bonfire. And part of the grab you have, it's the usual, like most of the armor had been pierced with swords or arrows, dented with clubs. The usual, thrown off, torn, probably strewn about the wilderness of wherever these knights were encountered. The one curious piece you did find that I did not mention, but this is a perfect place for it because I was kind of in a rush to get everyone offline because of the hour. There is also inside the cart in a small like satchel, like a saddle satchel. There is a map of the surrounding area there's a map that indicates Vogler, the river, and then the city of Kalaman, and then on further into Estwild, and then sort of the plains of Hinterlund surrounding Vogler. And there was another piece of paper in there that was carefully folded, and it was essentially a wanted poster. I almost said ad. A wanted poster bearing the likeness as close as possible of a sketch and the name of Ispin Greenshield.
Huh.
Our old friend.
So, with that,
Interesting.
you guys remember you were en route to Vogler anyway. I don't know why I keep saying it like Germans pronounce that V. That's a hard habit to break.
Yeah.
I'd say it the same way. So
Yeah, it's like Vogler.
But I mean, when so many of the other things are Germanic as well. I mean, Hinterlund.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
I'll say like a Russian. Wogler. You're going to Wogler. Oh man, even though they have a V in their fucking language.
Yeah.
And you're on your way to Vogler. So do you want to? Well, so we're gonna pick right back up from the end of the battle, with some of your companions, I believe, had been wounded. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll pick up from there. And action.
Alrighty.
Oh, I thought this was a different name completely.
What?
He's
Hag's Dirk.
he
Hag's
thought
Dirk.
Hag's Dirk was said something else.
Oh no.
So Owen will approach the battle scene and sort of assess the situation.
We were in the process of burning the bodies.
And look at tend to my wound. That's sad with those filthy creatures.
Yeah.
So Sir Ulrich was wounded.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will
As others.
attempt to heal him.
I was wounded as well. The corpse flower. What? Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
3D dice.
Hey, so Ulrich heals 2 wounds.
Nice.
Sweet. Well, that's more than I needed. Thank you, good sir.
Hey, pause. Real quick.
And then
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
And
yeah,
roll,
go ahead.
Go ahead and roll it for Fritz while you're rolling. Fritz, you were wounded, right?
Fritz wasn't here last game.
I was not here last week.
You weren't here last week, but I show your characters having 3 and 3 wounds that weren't ever tended to.
Oh yeah, from the tree fight, I
But
think.
that was when you didn't do the 5-year interval, so you're fine. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm actually trying to find. You remember that edge I had at the beginning that was seasoned, and I wasn't supposed to have it, so you made me take it off, which was fair.
Wasn't it
I'm
your?
trying to find that again.
Shit.
That was Trap Sense, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
trap sense.
Is that a Kender
It,
ability?
that's no, it's a
rogue.
rogue thing.
That's right. It'll be in the compendium, and it should be in the Edges compendium for Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And there's been some updates about the last everyday. So, Jesus wept.
Yeah, Trap Sense is a seasoned one.
I'll find it.
Yeah, as far as I remember, Trap Sense is a season class feature.
Yeah, it's in there. You can just drag and drop it on your character sheet. All right, sorry, Owen, and
Okay.
you help. Ooh.
And I will. I'll spend 1 Benny.
Okay. Oh, I had dice.
That is cool.
That is cool.
And I'll look at corpse file. Those wounds are going to need some time to heal, unfortunately.
It's beyond my ken.
Just gonna,
you can find it under rogue. Near the bottom on the right hand side of the page.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, so bodies burnt, prayers said. I take it from the night.
Yeah.
Try to zoom in as much as possible on this.
Fritz comes out of hiding behind a tree.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay? Shadow is still with us. Yeah,
Yep.
Santa's still here.
Yep.
Okay.
Santa's still here.
Okay, and then Fritz, we're gonna pick you up in a minute if you don't mind.
Oh yeah.
All right. I presume we're not gonna jerk each other off in the woods any longer, and we're gonna actually go into Vogler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's just
after some rest.
That's the greatest plan ever. I'm gonna bring you guys over. Activate the map of Vogler.
Resting is a good idea too.
Oh yeah. One thing before we get too much further.
Yeah.
Kyrus is making sure he takes the wanted poster.
Oh, okay. Very nice. All right.
Now, quick question on that wanted poster: is it a wanted poster that looks like it was commissioned in one of like the cities? Does it look like it's one of those sorts of things, or does it look like it's from a non-humanoid, known humanoid hand?
Let's have how do you know?
Or even like an underworld kind of like hitman kind of.
So it was in Slamnik.
Okay.
So be looking at penmanship. I mean, penmanship is rough. I write like a fucking barbarian. I don't think there's any way to tell.
Okay.
From the picture.
Yeah. It's not like I guess what I'm asking for is there's nothing that says where to turn them in. Is Ispin wanted dead or alive or alive?
So without academics, just because you're the smarty pants. It's so wanted poster in the loosest sense is what you understand it to be. It literally is just a picture of Ispin Greenshield's face.
Gotcha.
In like to the right, to the left, and straight on, and then it just says the name Ispin Greenshield underneath it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So, Vogler, on the map where the marker is the road coming into town. As you are approaching Vogler proper, to your right, up on a cliff, is a fortress that has seen far better days, and it is high upon the cliff, 30 feet up. This is... Can you guys see any of the writing on the map?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I don't know why it does that. Anyway, this is a giant portcullis that sits straddled between the road leading into Vogler proper. And you guys are about, I don't know, 100 yards out. You can see the fortress. You can see the woodlands atop the cliffs. You can smell the salt in the air from the river itself and the fish that is pulled out. Is that real strong, just a real strong, salty smell that, it's not quite salt, not quite sea, not quite fish, if you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You can hear the waves lapping against the beach. I mean, everything is pretty loud. The seabirds are high in the air and doing their thing. The gate itself is 15 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we want to do, gents?
Is the portcullis open?
It is not open. It is closed. And you can see from this distance, look, there's a major door cut into it, probably for the wagons, horses. And then there is a smaller man port in the middle of that.
I say we make a human pyramid and let me climb up and peep over. Make sure no guards are waiting for us or anything.
Shado wants to slam his fists on the door to try and knock.
The small, the observer hole slides open from the man port, and there is a set of dark brown eyes peeping at you. Business?
Shado wants in.
Business. You're like,
we're meeting a friend.
the eyes begin to dart around and kind of staring down the road, and turns back quickly. Fetch him. What is your business and who is your friend?
It's ours.
We're here to meet Ispin Green Shield.
That's funny. He's our
the Green Shield,
our team comedian. We're here to meet Clive.
Shut up, Kender.
Okay. No, please. Sorry, it's just there are dark days right now. But please, the window shuts, the door opens. Yes, please. Sir Becklin has asked that all visitors be welcomed, and you should meet Sir Becklin in the Brass Crab. You can't really miss the Brass Crab. It sits right on the riverfront. If you just go straight down this road, and when you come to your first fork, just don't go to the left, just kind of veer to the left, and then you'll see the village circle, and then from there you'll hear the crab. You won't be able to miss it from there. Well met, Sir Knight.
I'm just gonna ignore him and walk in.
Well met.
These are strange. Yes, you travel with strange companions.
Shadows.
They are unusual companions. They have acquitted themselves well and been useful for the cause was just and good. So I ask your forbearance to overlook their unusual appearance.
Yes, my lord. Shado, what did you want to do?
Shado is staring intently at both of his hands that he has put straight forward as he tries to realize which one is left and which one is right.
And then the eyes go wide on first the Minotaur.
Yeah.
A Minotaur.
Yeah.
Are you? These are strange days. That I have and then you see his gaze kind of arc around you. By the stars and moon. Are you a wizard?
I am.
Sir Wizard, you too knew Green Shield.
New?
Well, yes.
Has something happened to Green Shield?
I think you should speak with Sir Becklin. Please, don't let me delay you.
Okay.
We would love to if you'd stop stuttering.
No need to be rude.
If you guys come to the the Sally Port. That's the actual name of it. The Sally Port. There's you see another human guard, and they're kind of whispering like, "There's an elf. I've never seen an elf."
Yeah. Probably Kyrus and Shadow have to duck to get it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is like actual people size. So
I'm gonna look at Shadow and
actual people. Thanks a lot.
I'm gonna look at Shadow and point at those people saying they've never seen an elf. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Shadow, have you ever seen an idiot before? Look over here."
Guys, do we really need to antagonize the people of this town?
You do when you have hindrances.
And Shadow does not believe in torture.
You don't have to be an asshole.
Well, Shadow believes we all have assholes.
We all have them, yes.
that is a fair statement.
You don't need to be one.
Shadow stating the obvious. So the big question is,
right.
Do you follow the young guardsman's advice and take the path?
Yes, I do.
As you can see, you clearly see what you're doing. You're walking through. There's a small little copse of trees. There's a town layout. You do come to this area with a village circle. The village circle is being decorated with all manner of just different kinds of kingfisher decorations. So they are everywhere. There's a big stand there's a rack of kites that are all kingfisher in design. There are kingfisher banners, the kingfisher colors. Looks like they're preparing for a celebration, actually. When you hook down to the south, past the village circle, and sure enough, you can hear a ruckus coming out of this location here. And the building does, in fact, is oddly shaped like a crab if you were to kind of take it in. And there is music playing. You hear the sounds of hands or feet stomping on wood and slamming on wooden tables. And the noise just carries right to you. And you strangely begin to feel your hearts lift a little bit.
When you start noticing all the kingfisher fisher depictions, Kairos will turn to Sir Ulrich and say, "Hey, Sir Knight, finally someone who appreciates your order."
Oh, take a Benny.
In the interest of good companionship, I will just choose to ignore his remark.
I don't think he was being sarcastic. But you know what? No, I don't know. That's very Knight of Salamnik. That's very better than thou. It's like you drive a Range Rover.
Yeah, right.
Hybrid Range Rover.
Hybrid, by the way. It's a hybrid, by the way, too.
You're a Knight of Rose. You don't take shit off these people. Fantastic. Assuming we're going to continue on, and we're going to go into the brass crab itself. Yes, the place is crowded. It is absolutely decorated to the nines, and everyone in here is just singing and dancing. There's few glances that come your way as you walk in because, Minotaur, half ogre. And then you hear from the back that shrill but all too familiar voice. Fritz, your companions finally made it.
Oh. You can Fritz is in the back telling us a crazy story. He's like, "All right, so there I was out there on the road looking for healing magic, and I wasn't finding much but false tales out there. And then I finally met this guy. His name was Tommy Johnson, and he said he knew just where to bring me, of where they were just bringing the healing magic back to the land." And so I followed him, and along the way we met some merchants, and I sold them some stuff. And then a couple weeks down the road, he tried to imprison me in a bar. It turned out he was scamming me the whole time. He didn't know anything about healing magic either. But luckily, I had already stolen his key and sold it to the merchants way back a couple weeks, and he couldn't lock me up. I got my stuff and I got out. And that's how I found out there was no healing magic.
Kenda healed.
Come on.
I'm going to give you the Benny now. But yes, for your companions, you clearly hear Fritz's voice relating a tale of seeking healing magic. In a crowd of complete, well, for you, complete strangers. For Fritz, probably made friends immediately. To be honest.
Oh, those are the guys who sent me on the whole adventure.
They're the ones who tried to kidnap you, you cocky suckball.
He got away.
Why you kidnapping me Kenda for? Fucking Fritz.
The only thing I've done with this Kender is work alongside him 5 years ago. Keep me out of
these are the guys that sent me on the mission to find the healing magic, which turns out there isn't.
Oh, you never said you knew the wizard.
Well, I know all sorts of people.
I wizard, make me a beer.
May as well.
Yes, turn him into a beer.
No.
I just ran out.
What make crops grow? Bring more fish. Aye, fish.
Fish and beer. Fish and beer.
I'll call a barmaid and say, more fish to that table.
Get over here, lads. Where have you been? What have you been up to? What are you doing here? It's about time.
Well, got the message from Ispin to rally here.
Me as well. I figured that's probably why you're here, but what have you guys been up to?
Well, I passed this testify sorcery.
You did.
I did.
That's right. I didn't end up going with you on that.
You did not.
There's a round of drinks delivered to your area, and some bread, and there are some fillets that are brought over to you.
Could Shado go walk up to the bar?
Yeah. What are you, crippled?
He wants.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Shado goes up to the bar and he asks for, what is it? Beer for everyone, and also 1 glass of milk.
The bartender, she turns and I don't know if Shado understands different human cultures. Anyway, she turns and repeat again.
Shado would like 5 ales, large cups, and 1 glass of milk.
Do you want the ale and the milk in the cups?
No, milk separate, please. Shado has fun.
So
Shado has
it is
fun.
only goat milk. And she is just eyeing you like she's human size, so but you're fucking towering over her. But she just keeps eyeing you with this stern disbelief.
Shado just has the biggest grin on his face. And Shado says, Shado would like 5 ales, biggest cups, and 1 cup of milk.
Does Shado possess coin?
Shado does have coin. Shado has plenty of coin.
Shado needs to put the coin on the bar.
He's starting to get all flustered because he's and Shado's like, how many Shado coins? How many coins? Money?
Just 2.
He slides 3 over.
Right. Ales, large cup. Milk, also large cup.
Shado thanks you. Shado also thinks you should watch. Shado walks back to his partners and he gives everyone a beer. And Shado turns over to the Minotaur and Shado says, Shado goes,
Oh
Shado assumes you sort of miss your mother,
Oh my
so
God.
Shado got you some of her milk, and he just puts it down in front of him with the biggest grin on his face.
Iris picks up the glass and smashes it over Shado's head.
Oh,
The bar goes silent for about a heartbeat, and then erupts into screams of laughter
And
just this
Shado
raucous
adds.
joy.
Shado laughs just as hard, if not harder, than everyone else because he was kind of expecting it.
Yeah. Kairos just stands up and walks out of the bar.
Kairos, as you're on your way out, there is a human female who is heading your way. And she sees you, she puts a hand up. She's dressed in a very heavy armor and bearing a sword at her hip. No shield, no helmet. And she's... You are the friend of their green shield. Yes?
Yes.
Value friends.
That way, but I don't want to talk to them right now.
Nay, please, good Minotaur. We need to speak.
Fine.
So Kyrus comes back and
Just glaring daggers at Shado.
Shado looks over at the little wee man and says, I see Minotaur has not grown sense of humor in his 5 years.
so this figure, gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. I am Sir Becklin Uth Viharn, Knight of the Crown, and she is wearing vestiges of the Knight of the Crown. And her eyes are scanning the six of you, and then she stops on you, Ulrich, and she bows her head deeply. Lord Rose, it is an unexpected honor. I was not aware that one of your station was here.
Okay.
I'll return a bow.
Quick out of character question
Yeah.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he's a knight of the Rose, he must have skipped straight past Crown because that's the next level after Sword.
No, Crown is first, then Sword, then Rose. And with the advancement you guys took, he only has to enter the Knight of the Sword and then go to Knight of the Rose and complete the quest.
Oh, okay.
Which is what he wanted to do. We just didn't. He and I didn't have a chance to do his quest.
Okay.
Yeah. But he burned his advancements, getting to that Knight of the Rose status.
Okay. That was the only question I had.
Yeah.
Just wanted to clarify.
But it does get a little complicated now.
Yeah.
I'll return her vow and say, well met, good lady. Right? She's a woman, right?
Yeah,
She looks like a woman to me.
She is a woman. Yes.
Yes.
Well met, good lady. How may I be of service?
I've recognized you from Ispin's descriptions of you. He said he had friends who would be meeting around this time frame. However, I am afraid there are very ill tidings. If you would accompany
Something ill befallen, Ispin?
If you would accompany me to the mayor's house, please.
Yes, of course.
All of you, please.
Shado just bought drinks, so.
Gemelle. The drinks, they will be coming. And the bartender, she nods her head. When you guys, you know, your human nature is you're going to catch the eye of someone screaming to another person. Yamela, for those of you who are travel, which would be the knight, the wizard, and the knight, the wizard, she is Ergothian.
Interesting.
For everyone listening, that means she has dark skin.
Oh.
Watsy, racist, didn't even draw her picture. That's good. That's good. Anyway. But yes, Becklin, she begins motioning towards you. Please, bring your drinks.
Mm-hmm.
When you arrive at the mayor's house, you are introduced to a smaller woman who has an athletic build, but she is weathered. Just from her skin, she has that sign of someone who spent a long time in the sun. And she introduces herself as Raven Uth Vogler.
Uh-huh.
Greetings. I assume you're Ispin's friends, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, this is well met, but of the worst tidings. Please, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
John Child. And one of her servants comes, and they begin leading you guys into a room sort of back at the house. And both her and Becklin stop. We will give you a moment alone. Please. And the servant opens the door and then steps back.
When we'll walk in.
So
I'll enter.
there is a hospice bed in here. And in the bed is the mostly recognizable form of Ispin Greenshield. There is no breathing. His face appears to be burned on one half of it. The left half, from just about under the right eye all the way to the left, is completely burned. The same with any flesh exposed on the left-hand side are burned. His right hand is also charred to an atrophy. And his body bears dozens of arrow wounds and also larger stab wounds, as well as some wounds that could be indicated by a chopping weapon. The shoulders, the legs, the back, or the side, to be fair. And the door closes behind all of you who go in. Is anyone remaining outside, out of the room? There's room for all of you in here.
Nope.
Oh, going in.
All right.
Damn. You're looking in a bad way.
There is.
Is he conscious?
He is dead.
Oh, he is dead.
Ado thinks he's in a really bad way.
He is dead.
Yes.
He got murked. Dang.
What a hell of a fight it looks like.
After a few moments.
Is there anyone else in the room with us?
No, sorry. It's just the six of you.
Okay.
I'm going to take my book out,
Okay.
my spell book,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to look at that hexagram.
Okay. Do you?
And
Go
I
ahead.
realize there's not a chance in hell, but I'm going to see if I can't cast that spell.
So he's dead.
No, I know.
Oh.
But you know the hexagram I'm talking about.
I do know the one you're talking about. There is someone who could benefit from it. Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I need from you first is I need you pretty much, if I remember the test, you know, do you know what this, you don't know what the spell is completely, correct?
The thing, do you want me to say what I believe it was based on what my research?
I mean, just based on your research, you and I both have, you have an idea of what it's going to affect, correct?
Yes.
And you know it's School of Magic, right?
Yes.
It's one.
Well, I'm assuming it's an opposing school.
It is an opposed school for you, yes. All right. So, what I need from you is, you only have one viable target for this.
Yes.
Okay.
Ispin.
It won't work on Ispin. He's dead. This only affects the living. You know.
Okay. So
I know
in the library.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You may think of that as a more advanced use of this spell. So out of role play, you know how powers have the legendary or the veteran level power modifiers?
Uh-huh.
That's where I'm going with that. This power has potential, but it doesn't have that potential yet for you. It's going to take you time more to really unravel its mysteries to be able to reach that full potential. But for now, you do know that you can use that power on someone else in the room. Simply because you know what the power does. At least, right. You know it will remove a wound.
Okay,
It's like really quiet.
Sir Alaric takes a moment. He removes his helm and he looks over at Fritz and he says, "Can you hum a high C?"
Fritz puts down his very large beer, and he goes. He hits a high C.
All right, and then Alaric booms out. Return this man to whom is breast, let him be lost in sunlight. In the course of air where breath is translated, at the sky's border receive him. Beyond the wild impartial skies have you set your lodgings in cantonments of stars where the sword aspires. In an arc of yearning where we join in singing, grant to him a warrior's rest, above our singing, above song itself. May the ages of peace converge in a day, may he dwell in the heart of Paladine. And set the last spark of his eyes in a fixed and holy place, above words in the borrowed land too loved as we recount the ages. Free from the smothering clouds of war, as he once rose in infancy, the long world possible and bright before him, Lord Huma deliver him. Upon the torches of the stars was mapped the immaculate glory of childhood. From that wrong and nestling country, Lord Huma deliver him. Let the last surge of his breath perpetuate wine, the adder of flowers. From the vanguard of love, the last surrender, Lord Huma deliver him. Take refuge in the cradling air, from the heart of the sword descending, from the weight of battle on battle, Lord Huma deliver him. Above the dreams of ravens, where his dreams first try to rest beyond changing, from the yearning for war and the war's ending, Lord Huma deliver him. Only the hawk remembers death. In a late country, from the dust, from the fade of the senses, we are thankful that you, Lord Huma, deliver him. And let his shade to Huma rise, out of the body of death, of the husk unraveling. From the lodging of mind upon nothing, we are thankful that you, Lord Huma, deliver him. Beyond the wild and partial skies, have you set your lodgings in cantonments of stars where the sword aspires, in an arc of yearning where we join in singing. At this point, I'll look over at Fritz to make sure he's like still continuing his notes. Return this man to him his breast, beyond the wild impartial skies. Grant him a warrior's rest, and set the last spark of his eyes, free from the smothering clouds of wars, upon the torches of the stars. Let the last surge of his breath take refuge in the cradling air, above the dreams of Ravenswear. Only the hawk remembers death. Then let his shade to him arise, beyond the wild impartial skies.
Damn, that was good.
You gain conviction.
Fritz picks up his beer, lifts it up in the sky, and then pours out the rest.
For Fritz, I know it's a pretty serious thing for him to pour out beer.
Yes.
It's a sad occasion.
It is a serene moment, and just beyond the door, you can hear a sniffle. And then you hear a rasping at the door.
Owen will open it.
Sir Becklin is standing there, and her eyes are just bloodshot. She nods at you, Owen. She looks to Sir Ulrich, and she bows her head, and she simply mouths the words, "Thank you."
Yeah. I'll quietly return her nod.
I understand this is... I have her accent back on. I understand this is a very difficult time for you. I will walk you through what happens next, and you are more than welcome to stay here. We will return to the crab. The rooms have been prepared for you. There is no charge. Sir Ispin would have wanted it this way. I have a gift for you from Sir Ispin. However, that will have to wait until tomorrow. There's many more things to do. Please, if you would accompany me back to the crab.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
On the way back, she relates the tale. Of course, you're going. The mayor's house is across the village green, so you're cutting back through the village circle. Tonight, a group of hand-selected militiamen shall carry the body out of Vogler onto the high hill. You possibly came close to it on your way here. It sits north, overlooking the plains of Highland, and on top of High Hill, the body will remain under the watchful gaze of the gods above.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, with break of dawn, all who wish shall rise and meet in the village circle, and from there we will form a procession out to the river gate. We shall retrieve the body, say our words, and brings the body back. From there, the body will be put into a small craft and set adrift on the river. And from there, the hands of destiny will take his body. But first,
Good and honorable.
Oh, go ahead.
Good and honorable memorial rite, much as he deserved.
It is the old way of,
thank you.
of Vogler. You are more than welcome to participate in tomorrow's rejoicing and the celebration of a life lived. Tomorrow shall be solemn, but tonight, as she reaches the door of the crab, tonight we drink to Ispin's honor and his glory. And the crowd goes wild. There's more people in here. There's more decorations have been put up. And she begins to... She kind of goes in and out of you guys. Please, you are friends. Sir Ispin, he trusted you implicitly. He spoke kindly of you. He told us of the many deeds that you have worked together. He told us of many strange occurrences that you found. Even a cavern with some kind of strange pool of radiance, stones that speak. He spoke very well, very, very well of each of you. He said you are amongst the bravest he has ever seen.
He was a good man.
We were honored to serve with him.
Yes, his words do us high honor that we will continue to seek to merit. Though I think he has given us more credit than we are due as of yet. But we will do what we can to achieve veracity for the words and the gifts he has granted us.
Spoken just as Sir Ispin, has said you would speak, Lord Rose.
His body should be burned so it's not allowed to come back.
That is not our way, friend Elf.
Would you rather him come back as an abomination?
They're putting his body out to sea. It's not very
impossible.
likely.
He was a knight of Salamnia. He served many years amongst the ranks of the Knight of the Sword.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, little one.
I was just curious on how my good friend went out.
That is the unfortunate mystery. There are many dark rumors about armies massing to the east, strange creatures about the woodlands and the highlands. His wounds, I have never seen the likes, and I have spent years as his squire. I was a banner and a lancer for Sir Ispin and the circle of knights in Leggett.
You heard any descriptions of these strange creatures?
There's never a description. Simply they seek to waylay travelers on the road. dressed as
Well,
monks.
And I
Yeah.
believe we can offer some insight into this, for we ourselves have fought such creatures on our way here. They strange creatures with like humanoid creatures, but with wings and the skin of like a lizard. And when killed, the bodies would turn to stone.
This sounds like lizard folk. There could be a clan or a band of lizard folk, but the tales are so vicious for them. Normally, they are content to remain in their swamps. Look, I made her French, and in French she stays.
Yeah. and I've fought lizard folk a few times. Lizard folk don't turn to stone when you kill them.
This is very intriguing. I beseech you, please, tonight is not the night for this. We must celebrate his life. Tomorrow, during the Kingfisher Festival, we can speak of this again.
I agree. Let tonight be a celebration of all of the principle and the honor of which he lived and which he fought for, and let us celebrate that memory of this noble man.
Outstanding. And she raises the mug up. The crowd goes wild, and the singing and dancing commences. The volume gets high. Eventually, she will climb on top of a table, and she begins waving her hand in the air. My friends, please, someone tell us something of Ispin. And people in the crowd start standing up and just saying some ridiculous shit about Ispin Greenshield, about how he was chased by Bloodsea Minotaurs, and he ended up having to ground the small craft that he was in upon the back of a great sea turtle and crawl underneath it and hide. And the stories go on like that of just very painting a different picture than what you witnessed for your time with Sir Ispin Greenshield. I do need all of you to make a notice roll, please.
I once saw him fight off 3 men with swords, and he was bare-chested, and he just fought them all off.
Ah! That's Ispin!
I fended off 6.
It's not a competition right now.
It is now.
Damn.
7. All right, so
I got a basic 4.
yeah, basic 4, Sir Ulrich and Corpse Flower and Owen. You do catch there are some murmurs going on at kind of near the doors of the Brass Crab, and there is a small group of individuals gathered around a younger man, and they seem to be enjoying themselves quite a bit. But then the three of you manage to hear about the 3rd story in, you hear this young man say, "Oh my God, we've heard that story before from him." And more tales are told, and again, this young man is like, "Oh my God, you're telling it worse than he did." And his little group of people start laughing and whatnot. And some of the townsfolk seem very nervous around him.
Good sir, this is yeah.
And that's what he looks like.
Where's that?
Oh, I'm gonna tell him, "Shut up, little bitch."
You do not speak to me,
I just
commoner.
spoke to you.
I am Lord Baccharis.
I sure your name's not Sir Joffrey.
I would have your tongue half pint.
I will stand up and say, Sir Lord, forgive my uncouth companions for their behavior, but I do beseech you to, and if necessary, rebuke you to curry your tongue. We are celebrating the life and the death of a man who lived with great honor and nobility.
Nobility? You are but a knight of Salamnia. You serve at the will of my kin. I am Becaris Uth Estid, noble lord of Vogler.
Shado kind of turns up as he's kind of hearing that guy's smack talk. He's just not too sure how it started. But he heard the thing about the tongue, and Shado just like leans on the table and just lets that kind of crunch from his own weight as he puts it on. He looks at him as like, you may steal Shado's tongue, but before that happens, your head will be off your body.
Oh, I'm sure I've wasted enough time here. No one in this town can take a simple joke, nor do they have a sense of humor, and now I have to deal with vagabonds and scum. Let us go! And his retinue and him turn and begin to walk out the door.
Shado chooses to block the door.
Well, you gotta make it to the door first through a throng of people.
Shado can do that.
But you can't. Because you are stopped by Becklin herself. She puts a hand on your chest. He is not worth your time.
Walking away like the scared little boy that he is.
Your observations are correct, Elf. He is a child and a coward. But his family is very powerful.
Don't worry, I got his coin purse.
Is there any way to slip out of the bar besides that entrance?
Yeah, there's a couple different entrances, yeah. And Kender, let's have that fucking thievery roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna let it slide, huh?
Of course not. Unless you spend a penny on it, you don't have to roll.
I will make it.
There you go. You did get something off of him.
Just
Nice.
A couple coins.
His left glove and a corsage.
No, you did take he ordered a dagger at as small of his back, and you managed to palm that.
Okay, sweet.
It's a very nice dagger. It bears all kinds of weird shit on all over it. Probably important to humans.
He had a very, very small dagger.
It's like a punch dagger.
What I want to do is I want to shadow him.
Okay.
He's annoyed me.
That is going to take a stealth.
Is the streets dark?
No, because you guys made it here during the day. So the streets are mostly empty because, everyone's inside. All right.
And a half ogre kind of sticks out.
Yep. But we all want to be tough guys tonight.
Thought that was every night.
Shit, I got the formula wrong. I didn't roll his wild die. Whatever. I do need to roll the wild die, though. All right, awesome. Yeah, you managed to shadow him. He moves. He goes out of the crab. He cuts up a little alley this way. Well, not an alley. It's a fucking big drag. He cuts up, and then he's heading towards this area up here. This massive, like, horseshoe-shaped mansion.
All right, I'm not trying to follow too close, but I'm just trying to get a sense for where he's going.
Yep, that's where he's heading. He's heading right up there, and there's all kinds of mercenary activity, like man-at-arms, house guards, shit like that.
Yeah, once he gets to the property, like, I'm still a distance back, and I'm kind of just watching. I'm assuming there's a lot of windows.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm kind of just watching where he goes in the mirrors to almost find out where he sleeps. If he Or his room.
Ah, jeez.
Do not get into an argument with Santa at a bar, bro. Do not.
All right, so you're gonna need to do that's gonna be a notice at fucking -8. The house is a giant fucking mansion. It's literally the size of like 40 fucking rooms and 3 stories tall.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know where he lives.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're trying to follow someone through like the White House.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Good to know.
Yeah. This place is just massive.
All right, then I head back to the bar.
All right. So what are the plans? They are starting to. The night wears on. You can drink as much as you want. You can take it to your room as much as you want. It's all good. Becklin does tell you that the honor guard is moving the body now while everyone is here, and they're likely already up at High Hill. They're gonna have a sentry up there just to make sure.
Yeah.
And then the rest will be back. With that, she says, if there's nothing else, I shall see you at the break of day. Lord Knight.
See you.
All right.
Owen will retire to his room and
All right.
study. Especially that hexagram.
I got you more confused. Roll an occult if you want to study that. And I'll give you the full laydown of it. And then some ramifications of using it. All right. Is everyone else going to... It doesn't really matter. Are we going to just pass the day? Or pass the evening?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Out of respect, yes.
All right. Pass the evening. Break of day.
Guess I'll stick with the 5.
Stick with the 5. I'll pass it to you in private if you want.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. It's not totally pertinent right now. If you want to give me
No, that's totally cool. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Nothing we need to worry about right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. If you want to use it in whatever weird situation before we get a chance to tell you, just let me know and I'll just fucking further describe it. I think you kind of have an idea what it does, but it's how it works. That's the mysterious part. All right. The procession. When you guys wake up, the town is packed. Not everyone appears to be lined up for the procession. It appears to be kind of the people who spoke and told stories about Sir Ispin are the ones that are heading towards the river gate. Probably the ones who are more familiar with him. So what do the 6 of you want to do? Where's your comfort level?
I will follow, but I'm going to hang back. I'm not going to be right up there like a pallbearer or anything.
Are you going to stay in the village circle waiting? Or
I feel like we find like a good view of kind of like high up, kind of like where we can see it all. If we can get like a balcony or something.
The Brass Crab, and the mayor's house. Both of those are multi-story affairs.
At least that's where Fritz would be. He's kind of like quiet and like.
Which one do you want, Fritz, the crab or the mayor's house?
Mayor's house is there, right?
Yep.
Mayor's house, I think.
All right, I'm going to drop you on top of the mayor's house.
I'm going to climb into this tree.
Into the tree. You up through all the decorations and shit, so it's like all this confetti and shit streaming everywhere. Owen, where do you want to hang out?
I was going to follow them to the high hill, but I wasn't going to. I was going to be like towards the back of the crowd.
Okay, easy enough. What about Sir Ulrich?
Probably like, wherever. I mean, I must imagine if in my station, I could be like somewhere in the procession or like part of it.
Easy enough. I'll drop you down at the river gate, and then Owen, I'll drop you down kind of to represent hanging back at the procession. Is that?
Yep.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Shado.
I think Shado actually would probably be at the bar just because, as a half ogre, you die means that you weren't able to survive in the world, and religion doesn't really have too much of an impact. When you're dead, you're dead.
I mean, it's not like the gods have answered anyone's prayers in 350 years, so.
Exactly. So he sees it as kind of like, almost like he saw his mother. It's sad, but you can't dwell on it. You
Yeah,
just
sure.
move on.
Easy enough. Curious.
Probably in the back or with Owen.
Okay. Easy enough. Okay, I'm gonna put you kind of next to Owen in the tree. You're not really in the trees, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, Sir Ulrich. You are with. You're kind of in the front of the crowd, but Sir Becklin and Raven, the mayor, neither one of them are at the front of the procession. Just for your situational awareness.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So, go ahead.
Do I have any idea, sense of why? Do I feel like I'm like presumptuous to be here, or?
No. I mean, this is just like I said. It's just a line of people. If you had to guess, your instincts as a knight is probably it's an act of humility for Sir Becklin not to kind of crowd and make it about her, if you will.
Okay.
And probably the same thing for the mayor. It makes sense since she's the leader of the community.
All right. Okay.
All right. I need everyone. You know what? We're going to save that for a second. I don't need everyone to do anything yet. So you're heading towards the river gate, and there is a loud doo, doo, doo on the gate. And Ulrich, you're close enough where the gate vibrates. The wooden part vibrates on its hinges. And the gate guard looks out, and he looks back bewildered. It's the same young man who let you in the day before, and he's just looking at the crowd. And he's like, there's a rider.
A single rider out there?
Yes, my lord knight.
Well, let's hear what they have to say then. Could be important.
You gonna open the sally port?
Yes.
All right. So there is a rider, yes. However, that rider, mounted upon a horse, is dressed in black and red scale mail. The war horse is amongst the largest you've ever seen, and it is fully armored in full plate barding. Also, the color of red and black. It is easily 50 yards out from you, easily. And it simply has a piece of parchment in its hand raised. Who speaks for this village?
I will speak for the village. What is your business here? This is a day of memory of an honorable man, and you're interrupting it. I hope you have good cause.
There is a pause, and you can feel the eyes. You don't know how or why, but you can feel the eyes just judging you, even from this distance. A Knight of the Rose. And you can hear the voice very clearly, as if the rider was next to you. In a very feminine voice. You can hear the crowd growing a little anxious behind you, and you can hear the mayor pushing her way forward, as well as Sir Becklin. You hear their voices coming up.
Yeah.
You are not the spokesman for this town. Stand aside, knight.
Well, I will accompany the spokesman for this town. What is your business here?
Where is the mayor? My patience grows weary, as does that of my commander and my mistress.
Who is your commander?
Fetch your master, knight. Know your place. You have betters. You serve a noble. Where is she? From behind you, you hear a raven. Lord Knight, what is happening? Make room.
All right, I'll make some room then.
Lord Mayor. And the voice grows louder, and some of you can start to hear it echo down into the town. People of Vogler, By orders of Belafion, the voice of Tikissus, you shall quarter soldiers of the invincible dragon army of the Red Banners. Refuse and die. This is the Dragon Queen's will. My good mayor, you have 1 hour to prepare. And she is beside herself. We have no standing. We have truces. I don't know who you are. Vogler remains neutral in all affairs of the state.
I look questioningly at the mayor. Neutral affair. Neutral. Do you know this writer? Do you know what they speak of, Mayor? What has been happening in this town?
I know not what she speaks of, but please, the procession is clearly ended. Everyone, turn around. Everyone, go back. Go back. Go home. I shall explain.
When she says that, Owen will make his way to the front to meet or to join her and Ulrich.
Yeah, Kairos will follow after him.
Yeah. Flower's gonna start heading up that way too.
All right, easy enough. And they see you, and the mayor says, "Please, there is no trouble to be had here. This town cannot suffer, whatever this is."
Doesn't seem like they want to give you much of a choice.
There are diplomatic ways of handling this without quartering and bending the knee to them. We shall send diplomats to speak with the commander of whatever she spoke of. She said there was an army.
Yeah.
She also invoked the name of Takesis.
Now, your character, I think for a wizard, that's pretty much, I think that's an open knowledge for you. That's a fair statement.
Probably for me, too.
True statement. Although I forgot what you guys refer to her as. I really did.
As far as I can remember, Minotaurs called her Takesis as well.
Did they? I thought there was a weird.
It's only Sargonis that had a different name.
Is it? Okay. Maybe I'm just
as far as I can remember.
Memory. Yeah, maybe it's a faulty memory. All right. And again, the mayor's hands are on your arm, Sir Ulrich, and she is motioning you back. Please, do not do this. And Becklin is with her, and Becklin is looking to each of you, and she shakes her head no to every single one of you.
All right. I'll say let's stay our tempers until we find out more. Let's not embroil ourselves in something without full knowledge.
By the dark goddess, you have tried Belafion's patience. I need everyone except for the Kender to make a spirit roll.
I'm also not in there.
Oh, and the ogre. Actually, no, you need to as well. It won't matter. You'll see why. Oh, there's some. Okay, nice. Oh, nice. Who is that?
Corpse flower, dang.
Nice.
Damn.
All right, no one failed.
Hold on, I did.
Oh,
Oh no. Okay.
There we go. Now I did not.
All right. There's no penalty to this, but there is immediately after her words, there is a sense deep inside that gnaws at your heart. It's like anxiety is whelming up within you, and then it just starts to dissipate as each of you manages to regain composure rather quickly.
Do I feel anything different with this 15?
No, it didn't affect you quite as long. You almost immediately were able to like, what the hell is that? And then there is a massive detonation in the middle of town as the tree in the village center erupts into fucking flame and people begin screaming, and there's a line of fire driven down the middle of town towards the coast of the Vingard River.
I look at the mayor and say, you still want to do diplomacy?
I'm gonna draw my swords and start rushing at this guy. I'm sick of all these whining bitches today.
Nice. The horseman takes off at full gallop with a running speed of a trained war horse.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Becklin immediately draws her fucking shield. She tells you, I have scouts. You, please, round the people up. This village will not survive. I am begging you.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be the ones rounding people up. We should be fighting whatever's coming.
We don't have time.
This
We
battle
don't have
will
time
not
for
be
that right
won.
now.
Yeah.
And with that,
I'll turn around and start. I'll go down. Why can I not move my?
Oh, we're on
Yeah.
pause. That's
Game's paused.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's okay.
We're on the off pause.
I'm going to move over to this area and start rallying the people in this section to tell them to get to the town center.
Sure.
I'll go over to this side. I liked that tree.
Becklin immediately runs to the fortress, and within minutes there are a number of militiamen and master-at-arms that are storming down this road near the fortress and heading out of Rivergate. And she begins screaming. There are more fires that begin to erupt. It's just like something is just blowing up underneath the village and creating mass havoc and chaos. There is already a level of death and destruction that this place was never prepared for. But that's not really our concern. What our concern is, what happens on the battlefield. So, this is what Sir Becklin faces. There is a scout that comes back to the village as you are preparing yourselves and is relaying information to the mayor, and eventually the information makes its way to you that Sir Becklin and 2 elements of the Vogler militia were joined by a mercenary company called the Ironclad Regiment, led by a dwarf. They were met on the field of battle by a massive army, so overwhelming that there is virtually no hope. But we're going to give Becklin some hope. So, here's what we're going to do. We can play this out where you guys get to see how long Becklin can fucking last and your characters can provide some support, or we can just go on with the natural conclusion of what's going to happen anyway.
Owen would give support.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Kairos as well.
Yeah, Shadow would be a little bit too stubborn too.
All right, just so everyone's essay, you're not going into battle. We're not doing that. This is a mass battle. Totally different rules for Savage Worlds. You're going to conduct some support roles and make some very simple roles of what you're doing to provide support for Becklin. And then Becklin's roles will be out in the open, and basically any support you give her adds a +1 or +2, just like any other support. We're going to try to streamline this as possible. All right, so how do you guys want to support Becklin?
I will be casting spells like havoc in the midst of the enemy army.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, Kiris.
I'll join up whichever element will let me fight with them.
All right. Now, is everyone clear on... So the mass battles, if you do provide support and you do fail, there are consequences for failing that roll, right? Everyone's tracking.
Yes.
On that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Question.
Yes.
For having rested for a day, I would have recovered from wounds, right?
You need a natural healing roll. Roll that vigor.
Every 5 days.
Oh, every 5 days. That's right. It is every 5 days. He doesn't regenerate.
Well, it could be different in Pathfinder.
I know. I'm thinking now. I'm like, did they lighten it up? Because it feels like...
I don't
think
so.
they did. I think they kept it to 5 days. So yeah, you got 5 days to... I'm pretty sure they check the 5 days. I mean, they did lighten a few things up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Natural healing.
Yeah, this is the first scenario on for the war side of the house that you guys will be going through. There's like...
Yeah, every 5 days.
Every 5 days, yeah. Okay, there's like 12 scenarios you guys get to participate in. So... All right. So... Kiris is going to do some hand-to-hand combat fighting. Try to wade in there with the units, you said?
Yeah.
Ulrich, what are you doing?
So I've got the command edge now, so I'm
Okay.
going to be trying to like coordinate and try to
So battle.
Yeah.
Perfect. Fritz.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking Fritz is running through the battlefield, trying to steal maybe like the orders or the commands going out to the enemy troops.
Thievery.
Maybe.
I like it. I like it.
Nice. Good use of your skills.
I like it. Corpse flower. Ooh, that popped loud.
Just a little hand.
Since I'm still, you know what? I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight with the whoever else was fighting.
Easy enough. You're in there to be my fighting rolls. Owen, you're doing spell casting, and Shado.
I think Shado would probably join up with some of the scouting units and all that. Not only for information, but also to try and pick off people who may have either gone out of what's the best way I'm looking? Thinking of saying it.
Left formation and stuff like that.
Who left formation or any kind of assets that may be able to be picked off that could cause damage to the ranks.
Okay. I got you.
He may not be smart, but he has an eye for who's in charge.
No, I got you. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see. Everyone go ahead and make your trait rolls. I should have cleared this damn thing. It just goes so fast.
Ooh.
Okay,
oh, nice.
I'm happy with my roll.
1 success. 2, 3. Success.
Oh, so all right.
Shado, damn.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's better.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that mine?
All right.
Yeah.
God damn those caltrops! I don't even like them on the table on the VTT.
I know, right? They make my skin crawl.
I know. I got ones with rounded edges too, and it still makes me shudder.
So I'm gonna roll hers. Let's see if this works. Did you guys see the D6 on the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it shattered?
Yeah, it's because I think it's because it's like what 18.
Loaded. Yeah.
And the opposing dragon roll, well, our dragon army officer, because this is an opposing roll. Why didn't I roll the fucking wild die? Oh, because I'm a dumb bitch. I forgot to add that. My Christ.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't think it's gonna do better than
15.
Yeah. Not a chance in hell. Yeah. Not a chance in hell. All right. So that is not even a raise over his battle as well, right? She got a 14. She got an 18. Am I wrong?
Yeah, 18 and 50. Yeah, it's not a raise over it. Yeah.
Not even a raise, not even a success. So, well, she got a success, but no raise. So they're gonna lose. So the fighting starts out actually fairly sloppily for the dragon army.
Yeah.
All right, and no one failed their roll. Yeah, all right, let's re-roll the dragon army.
Actually, I think I got 3 raises.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna take you did. You got
fucking picking off officers.
Jesus Christ. All right, gents. Support rolls again.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so quick question: are there any heavy weapons that I could target with like blasts and things like that to reduce their effectiveness as an army?
Yeah, they have all kinds of weird catapults and shit that are out there.
I'm gonna Benny mine.
Okay, then I'm gonna target that stuff.
Okay. Nice.
All right.
Fritz is now talking shit to him, trying to get him all riled up.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Keep on losing my roll.
I know. I keep losing mine too.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go.
I got a raise.
All right.
Nice.
I got a raise as well. Now, a quick question: are we doing the battle effects as an option as well?
We can. Let me look at them. Let me pull them up. Oh, you know what? I don't know. I use fucking technology. I bet they are. They are in here as a rollable table. Holy shitballs!
That's cool.
What a fucking shocker! I'm actually shocked that they're in here. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not something that happens very often.
No, yeah.
To be fair, mass battles in general do not tend to happen in Savage often.
Yeah, like this is I'm been in 4 Savage World games so far.
Yeah.
This is only the second it's ever happened in,
Nice.
which is high, which is a lot higher than the normal average.
Yeah, you know what? And I fucked that first roll up because I forgot the one thing that support does in a mass battle. So everyone needs to take a level of fatigue for the support roll.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Success grants the commander +1 to the battle roll, but the hero takes fatigue from bumps and bruises for the effort.
You've been on raises?
Fuck, forgot about that.
Yep.
No, raise cancels it. Raise, you don't take the fatigue.
Oh.
Regular success, you do.
That's
how the guy.
Yes, yeah. Because they keep quit fucking mixing goddamn pronouns in a fucking book. Just stick with they. Jesus Christ. Although that would be just confusing. Yeah. So I'm going to roll for battle. Jesus.
And I'm gonna use the battle effect this time, I think, instead of just the standard +2 to her roll. If that's okay.
Let's see. So she rolls on the battle effects table with a raise. They roll on the battle effect table. Is that what you want to do? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Go for it.
It says I do not have sufficient permission to view the sheet for this rollable
That's
table.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed. Change ownership. That's weird. You're all listed as owners. Try it now.
Still says that. Are you doing the one in the Savage Pathfinder tables or the Suede tables?
Suede tables. Wait. Yes.
Okay, I'll use that one.
Try that.
Battle effects. And roll.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, wow.
All right. Nice. So you're just detonating siege engines and shit, you said, right?
Yep.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Let's have her roll. All right. And I lost. Oof. Did I roll a 10? I gotta roll.
You rolled a 12 and a 10.
No. For the Dragon Army officer rolled a 10. Yes. All right. So she defeated him, but I'm gonna erase these goddamn rolls for a second. And he has a negative. He subtracts 2 from his. All right. Fantastic. That is another token down. All right. What do you want to do? The Vogler militia is holding their own.
Yeah.
We'll do the same thing again.
All right. What a shocker.
Yep.
This time I'm trying to target command chains.
All right. And you guys who didn't get a raise last time, you took a level of fatigue, right?
Well, if you got a raise, you didn't take the fatigue?
Yes.
I take another one.
Oh, okay.
No, you should just have one because I forgot the first time around like an idiot. So if you only got a success, you take a level of fatigue.
I can't give it to myself.
Hold on 1 second. Fatigues.
That's weird.
That is weird. It will not fatigue you. You're into fatigue.
I can't be fatigued.
Yeah, that's really odd. You're fatigued now? Maybe? All right.
It says 0 on my page.
Yeah, go ahead and make your rolls, and if you don't get a raise, remember to fatigue yourselves. Oh.
Nice.
There we go. I did not get a
Ooh,
raise.
an 11.
Nice.
Oh. Oops.
Oh,
I
no.
swear I've gotten a raise on every single one so far. This is nice.
This is-
Oh wait, I can Benny this, right?
Yes,
That's
you
not-
got a crit failure. Jesus, Fritz.
Oh, same thing. Let's just burn these babies down.
My God.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
So I got a basic success, so they'll get a +1,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I take a little bit of fatigue.
I was talking shit, and they were having some good comebacks, and then
I'm a lot better. I'm a lot
but I
happier
finally
now.
brought it around.
All right, so she's got.
I just picture right now, with Fritz doing that, I picture him on the Minotaur's shoulders, taunting the foes to get the Minotaur's charging.
Yeah.
And no one failed it, right?
No.
All right, and a couple of you took another level of fatigue, so
Yes.
one more.
You can hear Shadow's hiding in the woods, picking off as he can.
Don't knock yourself the fuck out in the middle of combat.
Yeah.
And then this dude has.
So for those who got the raise, if you guys want, you can do the battle effects.
What are the battle effects?
That's the
Alright,
table that you
got
can roll on. It's a 2d6, and it has a whole bunch of other things.
How do you
Oh,
put
yeah.
them?
I'll do
Yeah,
that.
what did we-
Where do you find
yeah,
the table?
previous time.
Suede tables?
On the rollable tables tab,
Yeah.
that's the one next to the journal, between the journal and the cards. Click on that, and then you expand the folder that says Suede Tables. It'll be the very first one.
Battle effects, and we just click roll.
Yeah. Yep. So Fritz is going to add 2 to our battle roll.
All right.
Another
All right.
+2 to the battle roll.
Well, I have bad news.
Oh,
I've already rolled.
yes, but we also got +2 and
Yeah. Let's keep it. Let's keep
And
it-
then a subtract 2 from the
right.
opposing commander.
Yep, I already did that, but he rolled an 18 compared to her 10.
So her 10 would have a +4 though now, right? Or did you already add the +2 for that?
It's all already in
Or
there.
the +4s?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's all already in there. I need. So that's 18 as a raise. So in a horrific pincer maneuver, the Vogler militia are crushed just beneath the sheer weight and impact of the dragon army. And that leaves Becklin and the Ironclad Regiment. Becklin turns to you and she says, "Get off the field now."
Yeah.
Owen acquiesces since I have 2 fatigue.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right.
Is anyone not leaving the battle space?
I'll go where the Minotaur goes.
All right.
I'm done. I'm torn.
You do
I
not
think
want to fall unconscious in this battlefield. I will remove your character from the game.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
that's
it's
out of
yeah,
There's definitely no mercy to be
But-
given.
Yeah, though he hates it, Kyrus knows it's better to live to fight another day sometimes.
Oh, they don't have.
Take me to safety.
Where the fuck is the morale table? Because I need to roll on that, but they don't have it in here. What a fucking shocker. So I assume everyone's leaving?
just to give them a little bit of time, and because I'm kind of more indirectly, by trying to pick off and trying to stay to the shadows, I'm going to try and cause a little bit more confusion to give them a little bit more of a
So
benefit.
you're staying.
I'm staying.
If you roll, you take that fatigue. But you've been okay so far, right?
I currently have 0 fatigue, so I'm literally just trying to buy time.
Yeah, I'll get out. I have 1, so.
All right. Well, she failed that.
Yeah.
All right.
I am stubborn after all.
No, that's fine. I'm fucking tracking, and I'm going to give you a Benny that you haven't needed to spend yet. So go ahead and roll your. Everyone else is retreating back to the village, which is fantastic. No, I can't do that.
I'm gonna Benny that.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna use another one. Okay, I'll stick with 7.
7. That is a success but no raise, right?
No, so that's a fatigue.
Fatigue. And then she is losing her units left and right. They're now at a severe penalty. She lost 2 units. And you gave her a +1. Oh, I already did it. I'm a dumb bitch. Oh, things are not going well for the dragon, for the citizens of
Vogler.
Yeah, they're just not going well. As predicted. As the railroad designed it to be. So saith the railroad.
It started out all right.
It did. It was actually, that makes it kind of more exciting that there was this level of like, oh shit, this might work. Oh, that's a success with a raise. So, Shado, as your companions have, I won't say fled because that's disrespectful. Your companions have exfiltrated from the battlefield.
Strategically retreated.
They retreated from the battlefield. They withdrew from the battlefield. You are trying to do your best to waylay some more of the troops. And are you intending to stay here?
No, I'm just trying to cause confusion within their ranks, at least enough for a distraction before making my own way out.
Okay, so I'm going to need athletics from you at a -2 in order to escape the battlefield. If you fail, it suffers a wound.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Oh, Benny.
It's like
How
fate wants
many?
you to have a story wound.
One more Benny. Fuck it.
Took the coward's way out, I see.
I took the coward's way
That's
out.
fantastic. So as you are retreating from the battlefield, you hear Sir Beckland's voice above all the noise and confusion. To the true knights of Salamnia, Estularis, oath, and arrows began peppering her body. Horses trample completely over her broken and disfigured remains as the dragon army swells forward.
Damn.
Meanwhile, back at the camp, Vogler is on
burning
fire.
Oh, dang.
You begin to make your way to... Oh no, don't draw another stupid fucking light. There we go. You're making your way to the docks. There is a handful of villagers on the docks. There is a boat. I think... Can you guys see the boat?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you could see. Yeah, there is a small boat waiting. There are other boats that have gone. There are craft in the river that are destroyed. This is amongst the last boats. Your characters are getting there. However, and this is by no means, this is not what you think it is. We're not engaging. We're not rolling fucking initiative. However, this is what you do see. There are 2 large groups of these winged lizard people closing in on you. And this thing... Nope. Show players. It is a gigantic dragon-like machine that is just leveling
That is cool.
bolts of fire.
Yeah. Dang.
Here's what
That
I need
is
from
awesome.
you. This is going to be just a real quick encounter. We'll start with Kiris. How are you helping the villagers? These creatures are everywhere. They are murdering and stabbing left and right. The villagers are falling and Vogler is burning. How are you... What skill are you using to get the fuck out of here with the rest of these people?
I'll just jump into combat and start
Fighting.
hacking. Just fighting and just hacking away at people that get too close to the escaping villagers.
Yep. Sir Ulrich, same question. How are you helping the villagers get on the boat?
If I can be mounted on my horse and I can use that mobility to try to help coordinate, people by riding to and fro throughout and getting people to the boat faster, or maybe give people a ride if they need it.
Okay, sure. Give me a riding, please.
All right.
Fritz, what are you doing? You're obviously not panicking. This might be one of the sadly coolest things you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, he's having a blast, even though the city's on fire and stuff. It's just like a movie.
Encumbered.
Fritz
Yeah.
is sneaking around. He's kind of helping the villagers find spots to
Wait.
hide where the arrows won't find them.
Oh no.
Oh,
What happened?
How's
I
that?
said I was encumbered. I said encumbered, and I deleted the encumbered, and then it suddenly changed to critical failure. Like it re-rolled it or something.
Why
That's
would you
weird.
be encumbered?
Yeah, that's not a critical. It's not even a critical failure. It's what? It's a 1 and a 5.
You're at 88 pounds on your character sheet.
Oh.
You are encumbered.
But even so, it's
Okay.
it's still not a critical failure.
Yeah, that's really weird. Why did it think it's a critical failure?
Because you got a 1 on the trait die.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, but for crit fail, it has to be both.
Both, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
They updated it and then broke it. That's good. All right, you're not a
so-
critical failure. That's so weird. What's up?
No, nothing. That's really
That is really
for some. Is this character sheet looking like an NPC sheet? Because the roll testing for critical failure rolled automatically, and that came up a 1. So
No, he's a wild card. He's got the little stack of decks and everything.
yeah, that's really bizarre.
Yeah, that is weird. I'm seeing that.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That's real odd. I've never seen anything like that. We'll.
So Fritz, you said you're helping people hide.
Yeah, Fritz. Fritz, go ahead and roll your stealth. Corpse Flower, what are you doing to help get the rest of these people to safety?
Oh, I'm gonna. No, I'll throw really heavy stuff in front of them, in front of the enemies to block them.
Oh, nice. Athletics.
Athletics.
That's legit.
Okay.
Take a Benny. That's different. Owen.
You know, the best thing I can do would be my havoc spell.
Go for it. Just cast spell. Spell casting. Shit.
I need to take that as my trademark weapon.
Oh, you're bullshitting. And Shado.
Because I was on the field longer, I'm assuming I'm kind of getting there.
You're gonna get there at the last minute. So what I need from you again is I need an athletics roll from you. Owen is fine as well. Good. Oh, da. Nice. So the remaining villagers are on the boat. All of you, I assume, are also getting on the last fucking point of escape off of Vogler.
Yeah, we're letting everyone get on and then hopping on last second.
Fantastic. And that last person on is Shado. This is Halflord comes running down the fucking wharf and manages to long jump a very fucking long distance and just slams into the fucking bottom of that goddamn boat. And for a brief second, it's like, we may drown. Oh shit. It rocks a little bit. The scene before you continues to unfold into utter terror and chaos. There are women and children being murdered. And Owen, one of the last things that you see a small child hunched over the burnt corpse remains of its mother as the boat you're on makes its way out of here. And the river will take you to Calamon.
Yeah.
And that's
confusing.
That is it.
Yeah. And like the whole time the boat was going away, Kyrus is just kind of staring, having flashbacks to his childhood.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna pull the recording.